Hello, everybody. Good morning. How do you get people to listen? How do you become more influential as a physician, as a leader? How this is not something we're really taught in medical school, right? We know content, we might be experts in our field, but we might get up on the podium and people fall asleep. How is it that one person can get an entire room to move and do something and make change happen, yet another person can't get anyone to do anything? And I'm wondering, have you ever wondered about that? Because this is a true skill that can be learned by anyone. And I'm happy to say that I'll be talking about this at the Innovation MD event. And whew, hold on a second, I kind of lost myself here. So I wanted to show you this event that's coming up. It's called the Global Summit for started by Chettipally, and this is one of the largest summits that you'll ever see for physicians. And this specific topic that I'm talking about is called the top three must dos to become influential and engaging as a physician innovator. So go to innovatormd.com and sign up because this is going to be on Zoom, and it's the largest global summit for physicians. And you can sign up, you can become a member, so then this event, it becomes free. It's this specific week. So I'm very happy to be a part of it. There's some great speakers coming up. um, and I'm happy to be a part of that. So thank you, Dr. Chettipally, for allowing me to speak on that platform of yours. So how do you get people to listen? This is such a broad topic. um, there's so much to know about it. And what I want to do is just tell you, maybe first of all, give you a little hint on what I'm going to be talking about at the Innovator MD event, but also just give you some pearls on how to do a podcast. I interview people on this podcast, and if you're interested, reach out to me if you have something on leadership. But it's amazing how many people I have to train to speak based on three different things, three different pearls I'm going to talk to you about. And before I get into that, I want to introduce you to habits that push people away. And this takes deep self reflection. This takes humility. This takes you stepping back and saying, you know what? What have people told me about myself that I didn't want to listen to? This is something that's happened to me, and start to really listen to feedback, even if it's negative, and knowing that these are habits that it's human. We create habits sometimes that don't really work for us, and then people don't want to listen. So what are the seven habits? I love what it's Julian Treasure on YouTube. If you go to his TEDx talk, it is a phenomenal talk, and he talks a lot about how to speak um, so that people want to listen to you. So, and this is one of the things that he talks about. And here they are. There's seven things, and he was talking about do you have a tendency to gossip? Do you have a tendency to judge people and make statements that you think are factual, but really they're not just facts. They're tainted by your opinion. So people notice those who gossip, judge, have a negative are you more pessimistic about things? Are you a complainer, make excuses, sometimes don't say the entire truth, or maybe exaggerate a little bit? These are things that can get in the way of you even getting in front of somebody in the first place. And what I'm talking about on the Innovator MD Global Summit will be about top three things that are very important, not just for content, but to get somebody to take action. So whether it's you're trying to come to an agreement on your contract, or maybe you're trying to raise funds for something, you want to get hire people to work with you and or maybe you want to collaborate with a different company or different group or different person. It we don't think about how important our communication skills are, but they are so crucial. And where you've gotten to today has a lot to do with how you've been able to communicate with others, whether it's through an interview or maybe it's through relationships that you've developed so that you found an opportunity. So learning these skills will be so great. And to start off, I'm going to give you three big pearls. I put this into a TEDx like talk and I've recorded it, and working with physicians to put a book together on a CMO guide. So let's just hone in on something very similar, and that has to do with on a podcast such as this. What are the three big things that I need to have to make sure that I'm being heard on a podcast platform? So number one is lighting, and we don't think about it often, but if I have a little light here, that if I turn it this way and it takes it away, or if this light is shining on you, that doesn't do me any good, right? So it's very important. If you have natural lighting, that's even better. And just shifting, whether it's on with your phone or your laptop or your desktop, and putting it in a place where you're going to have the best lighting is so important. We don't often think about that, right? The sound is important. So I bought this. It's not that expensive. You can buy this, plugs in right into my desktop. Sure. There's so many different microphones. You can get very high end ones. But if you're on a budget and you're just doing podcasts here and there, you don't need anything big. You can get headset with a microphone. You can get the Jedi. There's so many different kinds. So think about investing in that. And most importantly, something that we don't think about is framing. Where is your head in relation to the image? Are you way down here? Are you down here? Are you centered? Because sometimes people are side to side and they don't fit right. And when you're talking, when you're talking on stage, you're using your whole body. I used to be in acting. I was in musicals. I used to do a lot of things in high school and college. And so I learned a lot about framing. Framing is, where are you standing in relation to your audience? How much can they see of you? So if you're on TV, right, acting on TV is different from acting on stage, where you see Broadway actors and actresses. They're on stage. They have to use their entire body, right? Their whole torso, their feet, everything has to be a little bit bigger so the person in the back can see what they're doing. Whereas when you're on a podcast like this, a video podcast, or you're on camera, you're on TV, ask the person, what's the frame that you're using? Is it my torso up, or is it just my head? Because you want to know, like, where should my hands be when I'm talking? So framing is so important. How far are you away, versus am I this close? So it's really important to know where your body is in relationship, and to think about that. And what are people seeing? Are they looking at it through their mobile phone, or are they looking at it through their desktop? Most people nowadays are using their phones. Text messages are more important, mobile phones. So the picture is going to be very small on their phone. So you want to be up close and personal with them. Maybe I should be even closer. So I hope that helps you a little bit. I look forward to those of you who plan on attending again the Innovator MD Global Summit, founded by Yuli Chettipally, which is fantastic. Go to InnovatorMD.com, and I will be happy to talk to you about some three big pearls that. Here's my thing. Top three must do's to become influential and engaging as a physician innovator. How do you get somebody to listen and to get what you want, but at the same time help them get what they want? So that's a little pearl there. So my name's Dr. Elsie Coe. Reach out to me at info@drlcco.com if you're interested in doing a podcast with me. Last words for me is that leadership development is an infinite game. Like I said before, every little bit counts in your ability to lead, whether it's through communication, it's through learning how to read financial statements. By the way, that's something that's going to be talked about in a conference if you're in New Jersey, the AROC meeting for the New Jersey Association for Physicians and Surgeons. Please come to that in April. Osteopathic physicians and surgeons, and that is it, folks. Until next time. Okay, take care.